understand or explain, they come barely a month after she thanked the federal government and praised the federal government for the unprecedented cooperation and preparation between the federal government and the state government agencies for the tropical cyclone Debbie. And you have to remember that that was there's a tragic losses of life and of course of enormous damage to property as a result of tropical cyclone Debbie. The disaster relief funding is committed. 75% of it is being funded by the federal government, and over the years, over 80% of all of the disaster relief funding from the federal government has gone to Queensland. So it is, it's hard to understand why she made those remarks. I can't explain it. She's got to do that, but I can tell you, I'm not going to let personal attacks like that get in the way of my government's commitment to the people of Queensland. Our focus is on serving the people of this great state. That's what my team is focused on, and that's what we're doing today. And as you can see, 3 levels of government working together. That's what people want. They want us to deliver. They don't want us slanging off at each other. They want us to work hard, work together and deliver results.
Last question. With the Adani project, sorry, Bob, do you support the boycott of Westpac, and do you work with banks to support a project like this?
Look, I'm disappointed that Westpac has made that decision. I really am. I think I think these projects should be examined on their merits. And just echoing what Matt Canavan said, the reality is that the energy solution for Australia has to be all of the above. It will include coal, gas, it will include renewables, wind and solar and hydro. It's going to have to include a lot more storage, and we have led the way on that in terms of the big projects which we're working on, and the Snowy Hydro 2.0, and of course more recently the work we're doing with Hydro Tasmania. So storage is going to be a very big part of it as well. But coal has a big role to play for a very long time. The idea that Australia, the largest coal exporting nation in the world, the idea that we would suddenly walk away from that enormous resource is extraordinary. And, modern, as Matt often observes, modern high efficiency, low emission coal-fired power stations have a very big part to play in ensuring that we have affordable, reliable energy, vitally important, as the Mayor just said, and also that we meet our emission reduction obligations. So we can use all of the above. Our energy policy is governed by engineering and economics, not by ideology. One of the reasons we've got the challenges we have is because the Labor Party has had a very ideological approach to this. You see this particularly in Victoria. Just note, we're here in Queensland. Gas is accessed. Queensland's producing a lot of gas.
No new coal-fired power stations.
And in Victoria, massive gas resources locked up by a political decision by the Victorian Labor government. And the consequence of that you've seen recently with gas shortages in Australia, and I've had to take the unprecedented action of putting export restrictions on gas, which we have had to do in order to protect tens of thousands of Australian jobs, including in Queensland, including at Incitec Pivot, where I was last week with my colleagues. Okay, thank you all very much.
Okay, so that was live from Townsville in North Queensland. The PM, along with the Resources Minister Matt Canavan and Townsville Mayor Jenny Hill there. The Prime Minister saying he was a bit flummoxed by the personal attack on him by the Queensland Premier Annastacia Palaszczuk. She wrote over the weekend that Mr Turnbull is a shallow thinker who doesn't understand his job as Prime Minister. She also branded him arrogant and a disrespectful leader, and she now believes he's worse than the Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Tony Abbott. Yet Malcolm Turnbull Turnbull there just saying he just can't understand where that attack has come from. I thought we might have kind of like a Josh Frydenberg, Jay Weatherall kind of moment there, because there was a Queensland minister, as the PM pointed out, standing next to him, but that didn't eventuate. The Prime Minister also going on there to say that he was disappointed that Westpac has made that decision, announced, I think it was back on Friday, not to fund the Adani coal mine.